name's Cassie. I come from a deprived council estate in Barking and Dagenham. When I left school with no qualifications. I was actually expelled before my last year at school. I got involved in criminal activity, ended up being in a gang on my estate. I ended up meeting Sarah as she was a youth worker. She basically pulled me by the ear, took me into the local community centre and explained to me that I will be a youth worker one day. And I didn't take it serious. After seeing how she helped my peers on the local estate, it made me realise about giving this woman an opportunity and a chance to be able to help me, because I had no chances back then as a teenager.
There is a seen London that we all see every day, and there is an unseen London that is really the knowledge of the London Community Foundation. We see poverty, crime, exclusion, drug abuse, homelessness and mental health issues that are affecting Londoners right across the capital. There's also housing issues. 50,000 people in London are living in temporary accommodation. That's 3 times higher than the whole of England put together. 20% of Londoners are working below the London living wage. We know that that's a problem. Those are the challenges we see, and with your support, the support that we've had from SEGRO and other donors, we're able to help people to really improve their lives.
We set up the fund originally in 2015 to really get close to the communities where we're active, where we're making our investments. So a property investment is one thing, but an investment in the wider community is a real part of the SEGRO ethos and culture.
Future Miles Communities provides activities for the local community. They work with disadvantaged and vulnerable young people and their families.
The RESCO programme is an exciting 16-week programme which offers participants work experience, training and employment-focused mentoring to support them into work.
6 months before I joined RESCO, I was in quite a bad place and I was drinking quite heavy at the time, and I fell in with the wrong crowd and I ended up going to prison for it. So once I left prison, I learned from my mistakes and I learned that I never want to go back to that place.
By the time I was 17, I moved out of my auntie's house and I was homeless. And 4 months later, I was pregnant, so that was a problem as well, because I was there and it was terrible, and that's where all the domestic violence starts, all the depression, the mental things going on. That's where it all started, really.
Unfortunately, at the end of last year, was made redundant from a job that I really loved, working with teenagers with autism, and I found it really hard to get another job. Even though I have a degree and everything, they wanted people with experience, and I just found it very difficult.
I believe that if we didn't provide the services that we do, an even larger group of the community would become even more isolated than they are already. If they're not engaging in mainstream services and they don't know where to go for help, then it will increase their isolation, which can then have a knock-on effect and can sometimes lead to depression and anxiety, which will just make their life even harder. So if we weren't here providing those services, we don't know who would fill those gaps.
Looking at my daughter and knowing what I've been through, it's just the fear of not wanting her to be there. It's just a fear. I didn't want her to go through what I went through. I felt like I had to break the chain. I couldn't. That was the strength. Looking at all the kids around me, all the young moms, all the kids around us, and it's like, are we really going to do the same thing? We have to be different now. I have to change this. I have to be a game changer.
We work with participants from a range of backgrounds, most of whom have faced significant barriers to employment. That may be a criminal record, that may be mental health issues, addictions, homelessness, but we want to see them break that cycle of long-term unemployment and move into work.
Because I thought I was going to get back into work through anxiety and nerves and everything else. I had to be proven wrong. And this is the outcome where I'm back into work, and it's all good.
This 2 years has really helped me, and it's given me motivation to keep carrying on working, and hopefully by the end of this 16-week programme I'll be back in the workplace.
I was terrified when I got here, and it's been amazing for my self-esteem, for my confidence. I keep saying that word, but it's really true, because there was one week when I did courtesy calls and I rang like 80 people in 1 week, and that's the person who couldn't order a pizza for herself, you know.
I had it within me, but at that time I didn't have the confidence to come out like this. But after a while, I mean, Sarah, all the crew here, Bianca, Max, everybody, they bring that out of you through trust. All of a sudden I felt awfully trusted, and they've actually changed not just my working life, my life.
9 years down the line, I am now a qualified youth worker and I have a badge to prove it. I love my job as a youth worker and working for Future Multi-Communities, because I'm helping young people like myself back when I was 16 that have no chances or opportunities, and that's my goal as a youth worker, is to give opportunities and give people the chance.
We had a fantastic first year with the partnership with the LCF, absolutely terrific. We're a long-term investor. We invest for the future, and we don't see our partnership with LCF any differently. We want to be involved in the communities, we want to have continuity, and we want to build on our success.
I'm Tom, and I'm one of 35 volunteers which have been recruited.
I'm Pete. I'm one of 89 people back into work.
I'm Vanessa. I am one of 74 who went straight to further education.
I'm Kat, and I am one of 594 people whose lives have been changed.